Behind me are a bunch of different trampolines I just bought off TikTok Shop, and I'm gonna be judging them off three things: the price, the safeness, and of course, the bounciness. But the reviews of these trampolines are seriously all over the place. This person said it's the best trampoline money can buy, and on the same listing, someone said their trampoline never even showed up. So my goal is to find out whether or not TikTok Shop is actually a scam. Starting with the smallest one. And while I build this one, it's very important that I mention by the end of this video, whichever trampoline I rate the very best, I will personally reach out and deliver them this trophy that says, Best TikTok Shop Trampoline that is very affordable, super duper safe, and very mega bouncy award. This right here is our first trampoline. It looks pretty small. It was $75.69. That's a little bit on the pricier side. I'm really hoping I didn't get ripped off. But before I jump on it and give it a little bit of a review myself, I think it's important that I read what other people had to say. Starting with Roger, he left a 5-star review. I got this for my wife, and I got to tell you, she loves it. It was the perfect gift for her to be able to work out after having surgery on her stomach. Roger's wife, I hope your stomach's doing well. I hope I can have some fun on this trampoline as well. But unfortunately, we have another review and it's 1 star. Kevin was not happy. Came with a broken leg, customer service is horrible, won't give me any refund. There is a better video, but it won't let me Sidifa. I don't know what Sidifa means. He did leave a video saying that his trampoline was broken and the legs were definitely broken on it. I can't help but notice though, Kevin, we have 2 different trampolines. Mine is black and red, yours is blue. One of us got scammed, and I'm pretty sure it's you because my trampoline does not look broken. Without further ado, I think it's time that I jump on the trampoline and I give it my own review. Even though this trampoline was really small, that doesn't mean I'm not able to have fun on it. I got on it and it was surprisingly really bouncy. I was even able to do a couple of flips on it. And for how limited I was on such a small trampoline, I was having a lot of fun. I'm also super confused on how Kevin's trampoline came broken because after jumping as hard as I could and doing a few flips, it was holding up really well. Alrighty, so I really like this trampoline. Like it really wasn't a bad trampoline. Starting off with the price of it though, it was a little expensive, $75.69. For that, I'm gonna give it a 2 stars. The safeness though, I mean, it's so low to the ground, like you can't get hurt. 4.5 stars for the safeness. And the last thing was the bounciness. I mean, for the trampoline being this small, I was really surprised for the bounciness. I'm gonna have to give it a 3 stars. Before I show you the second trampoline, I think it's important that we watch the video that I was served to buy this trampoline. I thought it was really cool. It had no springs. It looked really bouncy. This trampoline looks like a lot of fun, to be honest. And it was actually really cheap, $57.99. So the only problem was, it never showed up. I think it's pretty safe to say I got scammed. On to the next trampoline, I guess. All right, this right here is the third trampoline. There is a lot going on. We got, looks like handles of some sort. We got a ball pit. We got a baby hammock. A little basketball hoop that I couldn't figure out how to set up. This trampoline does not look that bad. I mean, it doesn't look like it's meant for me. While I was looking through the reviews, I couldn't help but notice that every single review is in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. But the review I did find is 4 stars, left by Selena. It says, Esta Supra. A mi niestra les encantado y se entretien muchas gracias. All I know is that somewhere she said thank you. The only other thing I could find was a video, and that also was in Spanish. I really don't know anything about this trampoline. All I know is that in the video, the kid looked really happy. I'm hoping I have the same reaction. I unzipped this trampoline and stepped on into it, and I immediately realized that I am way too big for this thing. So I don't really think this trampoline's meant for me, but we're gonna still try to have some fun on it. Oh God, what just happened? Not only was the trampoline cracking beneath me, but I was literally hitting the ground as I jumped. Since it was falling apart from me just jumping on it, I decided to try out everything else this trampoline has to offer, such as the handles. Oh boy, this is fun. Oh yeah. Oh God, oh my God! What just happened? Oh my gosh, I thought this trampoline was supposed to be safe. After almost breaking my neck, I decided to use the bar instead, and it actually held me up this time. Although this thing was still really dangerous just to stand on. I figured I would do something safe like play basketball, but honestly, that got boring really quick. Maybe we can try out the hammock. I mean, that's the only thing it's got going for it at this point. How do we even put this thing on?
Okay, there's no way a small child is gonna figure out how to put a hammock on this.
Okay, it took me a bit longer than I'd like to admit, but I did figure it out.
I don't think it's meant for someone the size of me to be on this hammock. Oh God, what? Did that just break?
Yeah, so as soon as I sat down in the hammock, the trampoline pipes just snapped in half.
I don't really feel like the safest right now. I am pretty comfortable, I can't lie. The entire thing is bending in half right now. This is not right. I think you're supposed to swing, right? Oh my God! Okay. About this trampoline, I don't think it's any good. It was $99.99. For the price, we're gonna have to give it a 1 star. Moving on to the safeness, this trampoline looked extremely safe. I mean, there's a net around the whole thing. It's pretty hard to get out if you're a small child. It's pretty much a cage, to be honest. Don't mind that I almost broke my neck as well because this thing decided to break. For safeness, we're gonna have to go 1 star, and bounciness, this thing was not bouncy. It was awful. 1 star. I got scammed. Alrighty, next up is trampoline number 4. This is pretty much your standard trampoline. It's 10 feet long, it's blue, it's got a net. Some of the pipes were just taller than others. I don't know why. I was also missing a few pieces, and on top of that, I couldn't figure out how to set up the basketball hoop. But anyways, let's get to some of the reviews. First review we have is a 1-star review by Austin. Steel tube broke. I am unbelievably so bad. I am tried to buy my not one pieces. I can't find it. Advice, everybody don't buy this. It's so bad made it. Austin, I don't know what like a lot of that says, but I have a feeling you don't like the trampoline. The next review is 5 stars by Levi. He said, came fast and I'm ready to bounce. LOL. LOL, Levi. Ha.
I got onto this trampoline and the first thing I noticed was how bouncy this thing was. For a TikTok shop trampoline, I was really surprised. This trampoline might be the one that wins the award. Well, that quickly changed because I realized how poorly it was actually built. I mean, look at the way everything is just shaking. Along with that, the net was pretty much falling off the trampoline from just jumping on it. Although, even though this was made poorly, it was the first trampoline I was actually able to do flips on, and I'm not gonna lie, that made it a lot of fun. I just wish I was able to figure out how to set up the basketball hoop because I kinda wanted to play basketball. While I was getting off, I couldn't help but notice that just after 15 minutes of jumping on this trampoline, it now looked like this.
Time to talk about this trampoline. I mean, for the price, it was listed for $200. I got it for $181.25. I got an $18.75 discount. I think it could have been a little bit better. I mean, there was just a bunch of design flaws. Kind of with Austin on this one. I don't really like it. I'll give it 3 stars for the price. Moving on to the safeness. I think I have to give it some stars because there was a net. Come to think about it, the net just made it more dangerous. It was hitting my face, hitting my feet when I flipped. If I landed on it, it was super slippery. We're gonna have to give it like 2.5 stars on that. For the bounciness though, I won't lie, this thing was really bouncy. I think that if I had a little bit of a safer environment on me, I could do like double flips on this trampoline, but I really don't want to because I don't think that's a good idea. We're gonna have to give this like 4.5 stars for the bounciness. TikTok shop, you didn't do too bad on this one. Moving on to the 5th and final trampoline. This thing has a lot of stuff. It's also the biggest trampoline, by the way. But we got a basketball hoop, we got lights, we got a sprinkler. We actually got a good net this time that hopefully is safe. And most importantly, we got grippy socks. I'm actually looking forward to trying this trampoline, but before we do, as always, let's get to the reviews first. For the first 5-star review, Evan had not a lot to say. He just said, very good, I like. I mean, it is very good, and I also like, so. Alexa gave a 1-star review. She said, I didn't find my stuff. Maybe she's talking about the grippy socks. Maybe she didn't get those. The last review is also 5 stars. It's from Ben. He said, took 5 hours to put together by myself. It came with a ton of extra stuff, all tools and extra bolts and nuts included. Surprised and super happy. Ben is a happy camper.
I threw on my grippy socks and hopped up on the trampoline to play some basketball. Unfortunately, the trampoline didn't come with a basketball pump, so I just had to play with it flat. It was still a lot of fun though. I was able to do some really cool dunks. The only problem was I wasn't able to dribble. I have to admit though, I did like how big this trampoline was. I had a lot more space to do flips. I figured since I had the space, I should try to land a double backflip. I gave it a few attempts and I'm not gonna lie, it was really hard to land on this trampoline. But on the 4th attempt, I did this.
Oh! Let's go! I just landed a double back on a TikTok shop trampoline.
After landing that, I wanted to test out the sprinkler.
When I was a kid, we found out that water would make trampolines bouncier. We would spray a bunch of water onto the trampoline, or we would actually put a sprinkler underneath the trampoline. The cool thing about this
is that there is a sprinkler attached to it. So all you have to do is connect the hose. Oh, it just clicks on in. That's cool. Wow, this is just really cold. Oh my gosh, this is not as fun as I remember. Oh God, it's freezing. The trampoline is bouncier though, I'm not gonna lie. So who would have guessed that in the middle of the winter, the water would have been freezing? Anyways, I wanted to test out the lights as well, but since it was daytime, I had to wait until it was night. Hey guys, it's Dylan from the future. I have the lights set up, and this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I'm gonna try to do some flips in the dark. The lights were a really good addition to this trampoline because I was now able to have fun even when it was dark out. All right, now time to review this trampoline. Let's start off with how much it costs. It was $269, a little bit pricey, but I'm not gonna lie, it came with a lot of stuff. I mean, we had grippy socks. What else could you ask for? For how expensive this was, but for how much it came with, I gotta give this like 4.6 stars. For the safeness, the net actually worked. I'm gonna give it 4.3 stars. I'm really happy with this. But finally, the bounciness. I do think trampoline number 4 was a little bit bouncier, but I couldn't really do as much because the trampoline was smaller. I was gonna hit the net. This trampoline, I had a lot of space to do stuff, and I was actually even able to do double backs. So I gotta give the bounciness 4.8 stars. It's been about a week, and I've been deciding who I think should win this trophy, and I think I decided who deserves it. I reached out to the company on TikTok Shop, pretty much saying that I want to send them a trophy for making such a great trampoline, and they just responded pretty much saying that they want free promotion instead of the trophy, and that I should just send them a bunch of videos. So I still have it. So I really tried my best, but they wouldn't give me an address to ship this to. So instead, all I can really do is put this where I think it belongs.